All right, what's going on, everybody, folks, ladies and gentlemen? We have a huge show today. A lot of news, a lot of stuff to cover. We're going to get right into this, all right? Our girl, friend of the show, Candace Owens, breaks down Meghan Markle and her phenomenal twerking video, and it is a chef's kiss. So let's get right into this.
We packed our bags last night, freedom flight. The Diaz jet, 9 p.m.
I think you tell him to F off.
And we both got high off our faces by then. I miss Doritos so much, I miss my life.
I think you tell him to F off.
It's cold as balls in London, with so much money that I can't spend.
I think you tell him to F off.
All right, what's going on, everybody, folks? How you doing? How you feeling? You having a good day? Is everything going all right? Listen, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for being part of the show. Who loves you, baby? All right, so let me set this up. So Candace Owens, a journalist, goes into a lot of, deep subjects, covers all kinds of stuff. Doesn't really focus on the Sharkle, the Markle, or Sizzle Nuts, okay? Talks about him here and there. The last time she talked about him, I did a video about it, was the fires. And I'll play a little clip of that.
Take a listen. Here's what she's doing.
It looked as if, the two of them might want to really be helpful. As I saw, actually, Meghan Markle, stoop down and take off the lid of a plastic bin. Do they want to really get down and dirty?
She stooped down and she picked up the lid of a plastic bin. And that's how I knew my girl was real. And I just want to thank Meghan for doing that. It's very helpful for her to stoop down and do that. If there's any plastic bins you guys see around that need picking up, you can hit up your girl, Meghan Markle. It's amazing. I really got just such a chuckle out of that description. It's just such a nonsense. Nobody cares. Send money, send food. Is about what these people need.
But the point is this. In my opinion, I don't think she's that invested in the lore and the whole, the deep dive into these two. And that's real lucky for Scheissmeist and Sizzle Nuts, okay? Just ask Brigitte if they want Candace to start, doing some investigative work into her. So Candace just got back from maternity leave. Congratulations. She just had her fourth little person, okay? Now, she's sitting here just casually seeing this and commenting on it. However, she draws a lot of good parallels, and it's a great insight into the actual. I mean, just from somebody that's not even that invested in it, just seeing this whole thing, she puts a lot of connections together that are awesome. So let's get into this, as they say.
She writes, 4 years ago, this also happened. That both of our children were a week past their due dates. So when spicy food, all that walking and acupuncture didn't work, there was only one thing left to do: laugh. And here is the clip, and it's her, and it's Prince Harry, and he's got some good moves, and she's dancing, and she's holding her belly, and they're in the hospital, and she's twerking and dancing, and this is supposed to be really relatable. Except it bothers me, and I will tell you why it bothers me, and you can tell me if you think that I'm being unfair. It bothers me first because it's a lie, right? She's not in the hospital trying to induce labor by twerking. The hospital will not give you a bed because you're trying to induce labor. You are not allowed to. Take it from me. I've had 4 children.
Again, segue. So she doesn't know all the, moon bump. I'm assuming she doesn't know the moon bump, stuff, the surrogacy stuff, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so keep that in mind.
Unless you are literally in the middle of labor, even if you are in the middle of labor, if you're not dilated enough, they're not going to give you a hospital bed, okay? So you didn't go to the hospital and say, hey, I'm a week overdue. Do you mind giving me a room and admitting me so I can try to twerk with Harry and see if I get the baby going? No, you already agreed to the induction because you were a week past due. You were in the hospital and they were about to give you Pitocin to induce the baby. And then you had this idea with your husband that you should twerk and put up a camera. That's the part that really bothers me. Put up a camera, fixate it, and then both of you start twerking. Because in her mind, she was thinking, I'm going to release this later in a Netflix doc or release it later to show people how relatable I am. Otherwise, you can have a cute moment with your husband without recording it. Like, why would you record this for any reason? Why would you record this in the hospital?
Again, let me segue this. Scheissmeist, who Lord only knows how much videotape Scheissmeist has. This is the same woman that was on the phone with a girlfriend saying she thinks H is going to propose and then recorded the proposal. So Lord only knows. Remember, and even in their documentary, they recorded like every it's so bizarre. I was going over a funny video that I did on them that I was going to put up on my other account. And it's just so ridiculous how they recorded themselves, like, just every second of their, whole escape or whatever their whole nonsense was. So that's my point. You see what I'm saying? Like, they're recording everything. So Lord only knows when this realistically was taking place. But I'm sure they recorded everything. You know what I mean? And especially her. And
in case you think that I'm being unfair, a week after she drops this, she goes on a podcast, Emma Greed's podcast, Aspire. And Emma Greed questions her. She gets a lot of hate. People don't think you're authentic. Like, what do you have to say to people who don't think you're authentic? And here's what Meghan Markle says.
You look poor. You look broke ass.
Hello, little baby.
You have to be authentic.
Just be authentic. Did you see my baby mama dance?
I mean, stop it. First of all, can I just tell you the timing of
Candace's
that?
Face.
The timing of that. We maybe watched it like 20 times yesterday, and I was like,
okay, let's come out of there. So she's saying,
you know what's a bizarre moment I just realized too is Emma just said, so she's on the well, who knows when this podcast was shot, but she's like, we just watched it yesterday. So does that mean Emma just got wind of the video the day before their interview, or did she just drop the video and then the next day do the interview? I don't know. It's a bizarre. Who knows with Scheist? Who knows?
You need proof that I'm authentic? I just dropped myself twerking. Obviously, I'm authentic. So she's bringing that up to say there is now PR. I have proven that I am authentic because I twerked with my husband in a room. That's not a normal way to answer the question. If somebody asked me about my authenticity, I would say I don't need to justify that I authentically am who I am. Like, me and my husband don't feel the need to respond to the internet, but she's like, we dropped the clip and that proves we're authentic. Did you see my baby mama twerk? It's giving Hillary Clinton hot sauce comment on The Breakfast Club, notoriously when she was running for office. And
same thing we said in the video the other day. Like, if you truly are whatever, anything, and you know that you're that, you don't have to sit there and prove it, or, you know what I mean? You don't have to say all that. And by the way, that question was allegedly, in my opinion, a setup on that Emma deal. You know what I mean? And that was Sharkle's first response. No way.
She went on Power 105, and at that time, Beyonce's song was like #1 in the world.
So put this together. So she just said, this reminds me of Hillary Clinton's hot sauce vibes. Think about this. Hillary Clinton, right, goes to visit. I'm just saying, like, Candace is just putting this all together. You know what I mean? Hillary Clinton, you're supposed to believe that Hillary Clinton goes and visits because she wants to go have a girl chat. Sharkle Markle at the cottage. The cottage. You see what I'm saying? Tell me they're not operatives.
Hot sauce in my bag swag. I think that's from Formation. And they asked Hillary Clinton again,
a Beyonce song,
to be more relatable. And here's what Hillary Clinton actually said when she was running for president.
What's something that you always carry with you?
hot sauce.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? Are you getting information right now? Hot sauce. Hot sauce in my bag, swag?
Hot sauce.
Really?
Yes.
Now, listen, I just want you to know, people are going to see this and say, okay, she's pandering to black people again.
Yeah, now, here's the deal, too. You believe, like, these three shills don't say anything back, don't question her about, like, oh, really? What kind of hot sauce is it? Oh, can you show it to us? Oh, I'd be interested to know. What's your brand? What's your brand? Folks, I love hot sauce. I put it on everything. I never even thought twice to carry it somewhere.
Okay. Is it working?
Respect. She's like, yeah, I'm pandering, but is it working? I actually kind of respect her for that. I kind of love Hillary for that moment. It was so real, but that's what that is giving. And like I said, there is no brand clarity. It's like she's so lost. It's like 2 weeks ago, Meghan Markle is selling $3 million jars of jam.
Okay, so I just wanted to play you that clip. She goes into a lot more, the details about stuff. But you have to realize that from an outside view, Candace isn't really that deep and invested in these two yo-yos. But just seeing that, and then you see that Emma asked that question, which is most likely 100% pre-planned. And here's the other thing, too. Think about this. Markle is so big and so blown up and all this other jazz. Yet she goes on Emma's podcast, who, I mean, I'm not saying that it matters, but I mean, it's not like she's some huge podcaster. You know what I mean? It's just like she's got like 21,000 subscribers. I mean, not that that matters, but I'm just saying, like, you're supposedly, you know, this Netflix person, you're a celebrity, you've got a brand, you've got all this stuff, yet you're going on this lady's teensy podcast, by the way, that must be well funded because, you know, she had a good set, she has a whole team, she had makeup, you know, they're doing all this behind the scenes crap. It just, all of it is just fishy. And then and I love how she ties to the Hillary Clinton thing. Hillary Clinton, okay? If you know anything about Hillary Clinton, by the way, I'm going to put a video up on my other account about Hillary today. If you know anything about Hillary Clinton and you think she's going to go have girl time or just wants to go have a chit chat with somebody, and then a year later, Markle exits, and then all of a sudden Markle's wired in to everybody in California, the Newsom and all this. You're going to tell me that Markle knew Newsom? As always, let me know your thoughts. Who loves you, baby?
Who loves you, baby? You're beautiful.